back to our channel. Becca hates intros, hence why I have to keep doing voiceovers. But this is just a little bit of what we got up to last Friday. We did a bit of bounces and grid work, and we haven't done that in a while. So you can see there's lots to improve on, but I hope you guys enjoy watching.
So really think about sitting in the saddle. If you're out of the saddle, that means gallop. Yeah? If you're out of the saddle and you've got a forward seat, you're telling her to go faster. Then have a canter on the other end, but think about loosening your hips, sitting deep, and pushing your feet down into those stirrups, yeah?
I think...
Comfy. Yeah, but you're going to make it go flat out. And if you stand up round the corners to this grid work, you'll come off.
That's...
Now try to sit deep, soften your hips, push your heels down. Come on, you got to keep on it. Now canter.
Good girl, honey. Make sure you support her. That's it. Good girl, good girl. Yay! Honey's such a good girl.
Just got to kick when we get. Don't let her pull her head down. Well, let's go.
This is why I think she likes it, because she puts herself almost in it when she's going.
Now turn your whole body, look where your jumps are.
Come on, honey bunny. Ready? Go, go, go. She says, no, I'm out, bye.
Well, let's go again. You've got to get your leg on, keep her straight. Come on, quickly. Turn now, look where you're going. Well, look at your jumps, turn your whole body. Well done. Now get your canter. Well, leg.
Now she knows. She knows how to avoid it.
If you get on and then she comes back on. You've got to get your leg on, yeah? You've got to kick her with that left leg. Don't let her run out. You've got to be the boss a bit more, not a passenger. Look where your jumps are.
Right, come on, you got it. Sit back, squeeze. That's it, go on.
Well done. Have a walk. Look where your jumps are. Got to kick when we get there.
Go on.
Sit up.
Yeah, good girl.
Now leg on and canter. Squeeze your leg. Leg.
Go, honey, go. Yes, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. Yay!
That was good.
In videos, it sounded really patronising. I was going, good girl, good girl. And I realised everyone's going to think I was talking about Becca and not Honey.
Legs on.
Would it help to like, good girl? No.
Right leg on. Right leg. Right leg. Right leg. Right leg. Right leg. You're not kick. Your legs aren't kicked. Good thing to do. I do an awful lot in the gym for my core. Go on, kick. Both legs. Kick.
Go on, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. Oh dear.
Kick. Yeah, how much better was that? Oh, sit up. When you get there. Kick. Yeah, well done. Let's do that again. Well done. Be more. You've got to put more leg on when you get there. Kick. Well done. Let's turn around to do that. More leg. Let's not go anywhere. Leg. Come, kick.
I lost the stirrup.
Try it again. Kick. Very good. kick. Go bigger, bigger, bigger. Kick, kick, sit up. Sit up, and again. Not enough leg, yeah? Your turning was really good though. But more like, go kick and kick. Like you said, one more time and then you're done. You've got to get it through it. Inside leg there, but keep it. But more leg, more top. Good. Now kick. And look up, kick. Look up. Yeah, well done. Just trot around to call her off. That was good. Try and keep her head up. She's good.
Hello everyone, we're just on the drive back. Obviously there's no horse in the box anymore. And I think we timed that perfectly with the heat. Because I think we were riding in
22, between, I think it started at 22, kind of finished, I think it was going up, so I think by the time we were finished it was probably about 24, 25. Because the lady was really nice and like moved us an hour earlier because I said I wasn't comfortable really riding in 26 and over, which I think is fine for some people, some horses, but you've got to think Honey's an older pony, she's not the fittest and she's not clipped, and we know she gets hot on the box, so we said like we kind of don't want to be ridden in over 26, which I think was the right decision.
Yeah. I'll go first because I rode first. I do know that I need to get fitter and I need to get stronger and my stirrups are getting taken off me, so which I did do in the winter. I did say to her, I was like, look, this is what I did in the winter, and we haven't been riding as regularly this year than we did last year, just because schedules and the heat, and like it's either too wet in the spring or if it's just too dry. Like now, it's too hot.
Yeah, last year we had like an advantage because I was being made redundant, so we had more free time.
Yeah, so I understand you do not need to come for me for that. I also want to have a look at Pilates this year anyway. We're just waiting for a place to open up next to us. So we can do that, and I need to do more schooling. You know, I've got a list to do, I understand. But I think at the end of it, we both kind of understood it a little bit.
And I think it's good like to still put the videos out there to look back on, because then like by the end of this summer you're going to feel so much better looking back at it and being like, and like don't get me wrong, you did improve as the session went on and you were getting a feel for having to wrap your legs around her and keep her straight.
Yeah.
And like she still runs out with me, so like she is going to take the peak with you because you're only just getting used to that.
Yeah.
Whereas but I think it's nice that you're still posting the videos to show the improvement you made through the session, but it's still quite honest at where it started. So
Yeah.
then when you look back at the end of summer, you're going to see how much progress you guys made.
And also, this is like my second
Yeah,
like jumping lesson.
it's true.
So like, you know, we all have to start from somewhere.
And Honey is not the easiest to start
No.
jumping off.
So yeah, that's me kind of done. I know that I need to do better.
Overall, it's good. And you had the hardest part of the session because the logic was Becca goes first when the jumps are smaller, and you said last time you felt that he was tired, which made your life harder, and I said I would take the second half because I have more of a hot seat, I think, and the jumps would get bigger. But then the lady said she thinks that actually it was more technical at the start, so we were umming and ahhing about Becca getting off at the start and me getting on, but you actually kept wanting to like do it.
I was already sweating. You know when you just stop sweating, then you have to jump back on and then sweat again, and just I already feel grim. I don't want to feel grim again. You know, I just want to get it done out of the way, feel grim, and then feel grim afterwards. But
Yeah.
I was already at it. I didn't want to jump off.
But it was good for me because then I realised that I struggle a little bit getting on cold, if that makes sense. So I haven't warmed Honey up. I've just got on and then told to canter down a line towards the jumps. And I was going, it's funny, I was saying to Bex this morning, like, I think generally I'm not as anxious about riding as I used to be. But like, I felt like I had the shakes and I was feeling sick and having stomach cramps this morning. And then when I got on Honey,
And usually that feeling goes once I'm on, but it stayed the whole time. Whereas the whole session I felt quite weak and wobbly because I was just so nervy. But it was good, we got there. I think it's just going to take some time to make me feel confident doing stuff like that with Honey because of running out. And if we're like, I don't mind in trot because I feel like I can prevent the running out in trot. Whereas when you're cantering, I find it harder to prevent her running out, which you'll see in the videos. But we got there, and it's something that we need to work on because, like the lady was saying, like the canter keeps the jumps safer and you get nicer jumps. So we'll get there. But I felt, other than needing to build my confidence up doing that, I felt my what's it called? And that's the other thing. I think when my confidence improves, I think the run-outs will happen less once I've got there. But the other thing I would say is that I feel I haven't watched the videos back, so I might eat my words once I watch the videos back. But I'm still quite happy with my position because I don't like going over forward, and I try and keep off their backs as much as I can, especially when you're going down a grid. So I was pretty happy with my riding. I just need to be more confident, which means then I'm more happy to put my leg around, which then gives Honey the support, which means she's not running out. But overall, really good, and I think actually Honey was super calm this time. It's just a shame about the heat that she got a little bit warm in the box, which we know she's likely to do. Again, we tried to make sure she was ridden in a cooler part of the day, and last time it got hotter in the morning, we cancelled, and I think, bless her, the lady knows we don't like riding when it's too warm, so she moved us earlier, which we really appreciated. But I think that I was more stressed about Honey being warm than actually Honey was warm. And if she looks warm in the videos, if she's not that warm, it's because we keep throwing water on her. So literally, she got off the box, she was a little warm, we threw water on her before we put the saddle on, and then first thing we did when we got off was throw water on her to make sure she was cool, and then we got home off the box and she was still wet from the water we put on her because the place isn't far, it's only like 15-20 minutes from our house. But then we threw more water on her, and then I'm that paranoid, she went out and I was just watching to make sure, because she will always roll when she goes out, she loves a good roll, so she rolled when she came back out, and I was like, right, I'm going to stay and make sure she's comfortable. And she was comfortable, she got up, she started grazing. The horse won't drink, so I said to Bex we need to get some feed that has like those electrolytes in it, just because when she's hot we can make sure she's got all of the nutrients back in, especially when she's not choosing to drink normal water. But overall I'm quite happy with the session today, it's quite good. And I just want to give, oh yeah, the other thing she said about is I know I need to change my boots. I've got these really cool Ariat cowboy boots, which are brilliant for hacking. But now I'm starting to have lessons, I really need to get some normal jumper boots. I know long ones are quite good, but as Bex was talking about it, and I get quite claustrophobic, so I find long boots might cause me a little bit of stress. So I think I might try some long boots.
Yeah, you could try them on, but I know how you are with stuff, and I just think you're going to get too claustrophobic. They're a little bit claustrophobic for me, and I don't really get claustrophobic with those. And I'm still like, what do you call it? Break them in. So
we'll try, and she did say potentially changing the stirrups because as soon as Honey runs out, because I've got not brilliant boots on, like my one foot just keeps falling out the stirrup, so we'll see, but we'll get there. There's just so much to do and so much she mentioned neck straps, which I struggle to have the coordination for, though she does keep trying to sell me on them. We said we wanted a martingale, but there's so much to get done, guys. There's so much tack Honey needs changing and swapping around. We wanted to get a new saddle. We haven't been able to get a new saddle because I've had to get a new car. But instead we did get a Lemure saddle pad, which can distribute the weight better. And actually I feel that's working quite well for her at the moment. So just until we can get the saddle, which we are still planning on doing, and around the time we get the saddle we're hoping to get a new bridle, have a bit check, and then go from there. Look at the noseband, look at a martingale then probably, but that's just going to take time to sort out. So you're just going to have to be a bit patient
we'll leave it at that then. But we'll
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Someone keeps forgetting to say that.
I do. I always forget to say that. And hopefully the next session will be Corey's dressage session, where I'm really hoping we might start to get a bit of canter in it.
And I'm
hopefully.
banned off stirrups.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hope you liked.